So, today I'm here. You know what? Let me stop. Let me wait, okay? I got some lists so that I can talk to you guys about my esthetician experience. I will be doing a mukbang. I have some Chipotle here. Chipotle, however you want to say it. But give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. Do I want to do this with my glasses? Hold on, because if I am going to do this with my glasses on, they need to be clean. Y'all, I'm struggling. Should I do it without my glasses or with my glasses? Without or with? The choice is yours. No, but so, yay! I am done with esthetician school. And I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier. Like I said, I'm gonna just talk about my experience a little bit. We're gonna eat a little bit. I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit. Y'all, I don't have to have my phone like set up so ghetto. I have a freaking, I'm moving up. My experience at my college, I went to Clary Sage College, and that is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. First and foremost, I'm grateful for my experience, and I'm glad about, for everything that I've learned thus far, and I'm glad to be done for sure. But, you know, there were a few things during the process of going through esthetician school that kind of bothered me and bothered a few other girls. And you know what they say, any press is good press, so sorry if this is bad, but really all I would say is do your research and talk to as many people that you can about a specific school, like by all means or at all costs before making a decision. Mainly because, and you know, I can't say for all schools, but you kind of have to go to a school to kind of understand the pain or the downs of it. And I think that would probably mean for like any school, because I don't think any school is perfect. But I will say like my first red flag, specifically at my school. So first day, I get my esthetician kit and my box is leaking. And it's funny because the girl who was with me, she remembered it too. And we were talking about it the week of our graduation. So my box is leaking, and one thing that I really did not like is before you even know what's in your kit, you have to sign off saying that you received everything. Yeah, that's a red flag. So my box was leaking. That had all the things in my kit. I got like the Dermalogica kit, so it's like stocks me up for getting started as an esthetician by myself if I were to work for myself. There's a waxing kit, a steamer, what else? There's like your extraction kit and just so much. Anyway, so obviously there's a leak, and it was my pre-cleanse. We did end up getting it fixed, but I had 2 other things in my bag that were faulty, and I honestly did not care enough I did talk to her about one thing. Get away! Okay, I did talk to one of my instructors about it, what had also exploded, but I just feel like however they handled that or however they get in the shipments, they should check that so that we don't have to go through that ourselves. That's their job, not ours. And for someone to be paying money for a kit, you would want all of your things in it to be, you know, not faulty. So first red flag. 2 red flags in my first day. That was really annoying. So eventually, you know, going through the semester, I actually went on vacation, and I think it was like maybe week 3, I went on vacation for a week, but I had got it approved before I even started the program, and it was approved by my department head. So after I got back, I was gone for 5 days, of course, so that full week, and I did end up having to reschedule it, which is fine, and I did finish and I passed, but so that I could get my clock hours. But anyway, I come back after that 3rd week, and I have a new instructor. So for 2 weeks, I had one instructor, and then after coming back, I had another instructor. So it wasn't necessarily a problem, but it was different because when the new instructor that was there after I got back from my vacation, she was my instructor for like 4 weeks. And then I went back to my original instructor. So if you don't see where I'm going with this, like that was kind of annoying too. So, I mean, it's like being in a 16-week college, actual college, and you come back after midterms and your professor, who has been your professor for the whole time that you've been learning from, he's like, hey, I can't come back, and so you have an assistant teacher or whatever, teacher's assistant, whatever, and they're teaching your class, or you know, another professor, they fill in a sub. So it was kind of like that because as we all know, everybody has different learning styles and even teaching styles, and so I didn't really appreciate that much, but you know, it's life. Okay. I also want to get into the topic of what I also disliked about my experience. We pay a pretty penny to be able to do this, you know, field of study, or the thing that was kind of annoying was, you know, we got these kits, and these kits, when we, you know, were administered them, we were told that therefore when we start on our own in the real world. So eventually, there's so many girls who are enrolling in the program that they tell us, you need to start bringing your kids into class. So the kit that I paid for, I have to bring what I have to pay for and use my kit on other people, or people have to use it on me. Instead of you administering products for us, because we pay to go to this school, but because you're spending thousands on product because of so many girls coming in, we have to bring in our own kits that are supposed to be used when we finish school. Yeah, so that was a red flag to me, for me as well. But, you know, okay, and last red flag, I would say. When I did finally start taking clients downstairs, I am so grateful for my opportunity to do that, because honestly, I had clients almost well, it wasn't almost every day. And sometimes I was even like double, triple booked. So people were literally, and I was mainly waxing, which I did not mind, because I think I was one of the better waxers. I'm not trying to throw shade, but I'm really precise, and I will say that I'm just very particular when it comes to anything. So, like I said, I'm so grateful for being able to even have that many people. Well, eventually, I found out that not everybody was getting clients, which is also a red flag. Because, you know, they're paying for the experience as well. And, you know, for me to have had that many, and then someone else says the rest of their, you know, week spent downstairs, they've only had 2 clients. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it's kind of messed up. But regardless of all of that, I had a really great experience. And I'm really happy that I went through with this. I have been knowing I wanted to be in esthetician school for a while. And so for me to actually follow through and be able to experience all of that, you know, it's a part of life. There's ups and downs. So even those negatives, I mean, I think the positives outweighed the negatives, but there was a lot of negatives. You know, but I had fun. I learned a lot. I'm still learning, and I want to continue to learn. This, honestly, esthetician school as a whole, it's literally a stepping stone for me because I don't want to stop there. There's so much to do within this industry, and you know, you can only grow. Like, you can only go up. So my advice, so we're switching up, and I'm actually gonna give you guys some advice. So I would say my advice is to do your research, okay? Like, you literally need to research. I researched for a while. Like, I called places. I even visited the place that I ended up choosing. I say do your research because you don't just want to commit to something and you don't know what you're committing to so thoroughly. Look at different schools, look at the top schools. Like, I tried to research who had the best programs in the state of Oklahoma, and things like that. Also, look at the job growth for this particular industry. I know from 2018 to 2028, it's supposed to grow by 11%, which is pretty high for this particular occupation, and it's higher than most. Also, think about what you want to do. If you see me looking down, your girl wrote notes, so I'm not just rambling, okay? But just like I said, know what you want to do within this field, and be aware that you're not limited to anything. So you can do anything in this field. I mean, when I say anything, I mean you can do anything that what is in your scope within this practice. An esthetician cannot do hair, so that's not what I'm saying. Honestly, a cosmetologist should not be administering facials, but that's a topic for another day, okay? But, you know, do you want to do lashes? If you want to just do lashes and be a lash boss, be a lash boss. If you want to do brows, I really want to do brows. Make sure that you have the credentials so that you can do brows. If you just want to do facials, waxing, whatever you want to do, it is possible, and you can do so much. Like, there's even a medical side to being an esthetician. So if you want to work under a doctor and do like a Botox, or you know, administer IV drips, or like vitamin IV drips, it's doable and it's real. I looked it up. So yeah. Second, ask questions. So, you know, we're gonna think of this like you've chosen a school. So you've chosen a school, you're visiting with, I wouldn't even say it's financial aid. Who is gonna greet you? It'd be career services or whatever. Whoever greets you at your school. Ask them questions, and you know, if they don't know the answers, continue asking, like, until you get those answers, because you're paying money and they want your money. Oh, and they're gonna hassle you, because I remember this one school, they called me for months, until I was like, hey, I'm not interested anymore. So they're gonna hassle you, but answer the question, ask questions, and actually receive answers that you want. And be thorough with your questions. Like, no question is a bad question. And if you're not asking questions, you're not learning. So, yeah. Third, ask yourself if you're passionate about this industry. Like, are you actually passionate, or do you think it's just glitz and glamour? Because, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen, but I have seen so many people being estheticians now, and you know, it looks great, but is this something that you would actually be interested in? Have you ever been attracted to anything within, you know, this field? And it's kind of just like school, like even going to college or going to, you know, a university. Are you actually interested in this degree? Like, are you interested in this major? Like, you're making a huge commitment, so make sure that you're passionate. I actually was asked a question, and the question was it hard? And I answered, honestly, no, because I was passionate and I loved every single minute of being there. And I did, regardless of the downs. I loved every single minute of being at esthetician school. Even when it was a bad day for me, like that was my outlet, that was my getaway. And not to say that there weren't challenges or I didn't have particular chapters or sections that were more challenging than others. I did, but I still prevailed and I still did really great. But you know, I was passionate, and it shows when you're passionate about something. And when you're passionate about something and you love something, you will always do better than if you're doing something that you really don't like. So, you know, be passionate. Make sure that this is something that you know you love, that you can do for the rest of your life. Because speaking of doing it for the rest of your life, I actually had a friend, and she was like, bro, I really couldn't do it. I could not do this for the rest of my life, and that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, because you really have to think, like, do you fit this occupation? Like, do you have, you know, are you sociable? Are you friendly? Are you tidy? Like, if you're not a friendly person, if you're not sociable, if you don't like talking to people, that can be draining. Like, that can be heavy, because you're meeting a lot of people, like literally a lot of people. And these are people that you want to build relationships with, because that's where your money comes from, literally. And not to say, like, you know, that's the only reason that you're building relationships with them, but you're getting to know these people. And sometimes people do not want to do that. So if that's something that you don't want to do, this might not be an industry for you, or even something that you might be interested in. If you're not a sociable person, some people, they can't do that. And then, you know, this is my last little spiel. It's if you do end up choosing somewhere and you end up going, be open-minded. I knew so many people, which is okay if you already know what you want to do and you have your heart set on that. If you want to do waxing, girl, be the best waxer, okay? You wax those legs, sis. No, but like, just be open-minded, because you might really love something and learn something within your esthetician school that you didn't even think that you'd like. Like, some people didn't think that they'd like lashing, they loved it. Some people didn't think that they would like extractions, they loved it. And you might find out that there's some things that you don't like, but just be open-minded. I would say that there's so much to learn within this industry, and you can continue your education, and I encourage that, because that's how you grow, that's how you become the best. That's how I'm going to grow, that's how I'm going to be the best. Like I said, this is just a stepping stone for me, because when I say I'm gonna be a beauty boss, y'all, I really mean that. Like, and unapologetically, I mean that. Like, I'm not even sorry. Like, I'm so determined, and I'm so happy that I chose this for myself, and I'm so glad that I know this is my passion. And, you know, even in talking to you guys about this, I'm passionate about talking and being able to share this story with you guys, or even shed this light on you guys, if that makes sense. I don't know if I said that right, but whatever. But yeah, guys, that was my little spiel. I was supposed to eat, but I'm not one of those people who can eat and, you know, talk at the same time. Like, if I'm talking, and also, I'm like a snail when it comes to eating, like a legit snail. Like, I take so long to eat. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys for visiting my page. Honestly, I feel like you guys have just been looking at me and the glare of my glasses. So you know what? I'm gonna get out the way. Yeah, I am. But like I was saying, I appreciate you guys for listening, for watching this. There will be more videos coming soon, especially since I have a freaking ring light and I don't have to set my phone up ghetto anymore. Like, y'all, this is amazing. But if you're not subscribed to me, subscribe to me. Follow me on all of my socials, Dose of Des Beauty on Instagram, Dose of Des Beauty on YouTube, Desi Atkins on Twitter. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.